The police have charged Adam with Jill's murder.
He killed her out there in cold blood.
What about a trial?
He's been remanded in custody.
Well, at least it'll get the police out of our hair.
I'm not so sure about that. Seems like a fairly open and shut case, but the police have got to be sure there's still some loose ends need tying up, so they'll have to question a few more people.
So the police will be around for another couple of days. Well, that means that the place is going to be crawling with journalists.
Yeah, that ain't gonna look good.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll just have to stay on our guard until the police investigation's over, and then when the press disappear, we can start getting things back to normal again at last.
Does Sarah Jane know about Adam?
Yeah.
Did they say how she was? She's back at home now, shaken and very shocked. But could have been a lot worse. I'll call round there later and see how she's coping.
Have they said anything about bail for Adam?
He can't afford it. They said he wouldn't get it even if he did have the money. Jill's shares gave him a clear motive. The prosecution's going for murder.
What's he looking at?
Life sentence.
Rocky, what are you doing back?
I've just come back to tell you about Adam. He's confessed to everything. The DS came round the hotel and told me himself.
That's terrible. How can you kill your own wife?
Well, at least we can get back to normal.
Not yet. I haven't got a job.
Well, you've got to do something. You can't mope around here forever. Well, I mean, you can. You stay here for as long as you like. What I mean is, you've got to get out and get yourself a job.
Like what? What am I going to tell the guy that I did last? I was in the nick.
Well, I know things have been rough for you, son, but it's not all bad, is it? I mean, you've got a roof over your head for as long as you need. You've got your friends and, well, you've got me. You make a fresh start.
Thanks, Rocky. I appreciate everything, but...
Why don't you go and see if there's work for you down at the cafe? Speak to Tom. Chloe will put in a good word for you.
Do you think so?
Give it a try. Nothing to lose.
So that's a head count of 50.
Yeah.
And what about the risotto?
Well, give me a list of what you need and I'll get Minty to peel the veg in his lunch shift, if lunch isn't too busy.
Don't bother about that. They can do some overtime for a change.
Yeah, right.
Just put your foot down, eh?
Hey, I've got this wee dram for your chocolate mousse.
Give it to Jo. She's in charge this afternoon.
Are you still okay for that drink after work?
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Great.
Drink, eh?
Just a platonic one.
Well, I expect you'll be paying for it, the amount he lost the other day. He's quite a gambler, your ex-man.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Wild horses couldn't have dragged him away from the table.
How much did he lose?
A lot.
Well, what's a lot?
Don't ask.
I am asking, what's a lot? 100 quid, 150?
Well, you might not think it's a lot, but then again, you might. It depends.
On what?
On how much you still fancy him.
My engagement ring.
No, my ring, actually.
I just don't want him going to see her.
Well, I don't see how we can stop him.
That's all we need for Mark to go falling for her now.
Mark's a nice lad. Sarah Jane's been through the mill. She needs a friend right now.
I feel sorry for her, of course I do. I just don't want her hanging around here. She's trouble.
Ray,
Hey, what can I do for you?
you can cancel that drink later, that's what.
Why? What's happened?
You. You know what we had meant something to me, and as dumb as it seems now, I thought it meant something to you too.
Yeah, it did.
Then why's Billy got the engagement ring?
Well,
You gambled it away. Is that how much I meant to you?
No,
You did me a favour dumping me. Not marrying you was the best thing I ever did.
You know better than to bring the kitchen into the bar.
Sorry, Mrs. Russell.
This hotel has been through its fair share of troubles recently, and I'd appreciate it if you keep yours private. Now, we're all working hard to get things back to normal, put a brave face on things. I suggest you do the same.
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry, Mrs. Russell.
That's all we need from you for the moment, Miss Harvey. I'm sorry. I know having questions fired at you must bring it all back.
You're only doing your job.
Yes. Are you all right? Your injuries?
I'll be fine. Just a little stiff and tender, that's all.
You shouldn't have put yourself in danger like that. We could have had 2 dead bodies on our hands.
I know. But I had to do it. I knew he was guilty.
You should have come to the police.
How could I when I was a suspect? I didn't know what to do. I was scared.
I'm sorry. Look, I'll leave you to rest now. Thank you for your time. Oh, there is one more thing. We need some photographs of you for evidence. Perhaps you'd like to come down to the station when you feel up to it.
Couldn't we do it here? I'm having trouble avoiding journalists and people staring at. I'd like to hide for a while.
It's understandable. I'm sure we can arrange something. I'll be in touch, but please give me a call if you need anything. There is a policewoman that does counselling, that sort of thing.
Thank you.
Well, goodbye. Take care of yourself, Miss Harvey.
Oi, get off, that's mine.
Sorry. Have the police asked to speak to you yet?
No, why should they?
It's just that they're questioning some of the others.
Well, they've got their man.
Yeah, we know it's Adam, no question. It's just that they want to speak to people that knew him. You know, what would he like to work with? Did he mention any of his plans? That sort of thing.
But you don't go around telling people you're planning to knock someone off.
Sometimes people let things slip.
I was hoping to be alone.
Kettle needs refilling.
I just wanted a nice cup of tea and a bit of peace and quiet. Oh, if I'd have known what today was going to bring, I wouldn't have bothered getting up. The reception's crawling with journalists, and all after the blood of that poor man.
Whose blood?
Adam Chance.
So what? He deserves it. First he kills someone, then he stands back and lets poor innocent Phil take the blame. I've no sympathy for the bloke.
We don't know for sure that he did it.
Yes, we do. He said he did it.
Well, I, for one, don't believe it. I've never heard a nasty or cross word from that man. I've never met a nicer chap. I told that detective that too.
But he confessed.
I know he confessed, but that doesn't mean he did it. Oh.
Virginia, we didn't mean to upset you. Virginia, please. Virginia, please, don't let this upset you. I know this whole affair has got everyone a bit jumpy, but...
Well, I can't help it if I like the man.
I know, I'm sorry. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, and if you think he's innocent, then maybe he is. It's not like you to get upset like this. Are you all right?
Yes. Why?
Well, you just seem so upset by Adam. You're too upset, if you know what I mean.
I didn't sleep very well last night.
Oh?
Well, there was a lot of trouble going on outside.
What sort of trouble?
Well, I don't know. Somebody smashed my window, and I was just too terrified to get out of bed and telephone the police.
Oh, that's terrible.
And now I'm too scared to go back to my own house.
Joe, slow down. You don't want to chop off your ring finger.
Shut it.
Did you have it out with Ray?
I told him I was very glad it was all over.
Well, you're better off without him.
Does it show?
You won't be needing this back then, huh?
You can bin it for all I care.
Nah, I think I'll hang on to it. You never know, I might need it myself one day.
Oh, please, as if.
As if what?
Well, meaningful relationships are hardly your thing, considering none of them last more than 5 minutes.
If my love life's such a mess, then how come I've got your engagement ring, huh? See ya.
You're in a hurry,
I'm going to go and see Sarah Jane.
but she knows we're here for us. She can come to us if she needs anything. And besides, I'm sure we're the last people she wants to see at the moment.
But we're not going. I am. Mum, I'm Sarah Jane's friend, and that's what she needs at the moment.
Mr. Russell, if you are going to see Sarah Jane, would you give her this? It arrived this morning. Thank you very much.
Sure.
You know, that letter had completely slipped my mind until Mr. Russell said that he was going to see Sarah Jane.
Well, she's sure to get it now.
It's not like me to forget things like that. Then I'm not myself today.
Why's that?
We had hooligans vandalising my neighbourhood last night.
That's awful.
And Joe.
Morning, Mrs. Russell.
Morning.
Any post for the salon?
Here. They smashed my window.
Oh, I'm sure it's just kids mucking about.
Maybe, but I'm terrified they'll come back, Mrs. Russell.
Well, why don't you go and stay with Doris until you feel safe?
Well, I wouldn't just leave a smashed-in window. Easy access. A burglar could be rifling through your drawers as we speak. If it were me, I'd be at home now fixing it.
Scott, welcome home. Now, there is a surprise waiting for you on the end of your bed.
What is it?
It's a surprise.
Being brave in hospital.
Hey, do you want to see my car? I've got stitches and a bandage.
Let's get you upstairs first. You can show off your war wounds later.
Oh, do you think you could do it tonight?
Of course. Don't you worry about a thing.
Thank you. In the meantime, I'm going to ring my neighbour, ask him to keep an eye on the house until I can get home.
I've told you, no comment. I've nothing to say. Goodbye.
Why don't you get Miss Harris to answer? She could send him away.
She's not here.
This is ridiculous. What time's she due back?
She's not. She's away on holiday.
You're here on your own. This is crazy.
It wouldn't be so bad if the papers had leave me alone. If I could go out into the street without everyone staring and whispering, I've had enough.
I think you should come back to Crossroads. They won't know you're there, and there'll be people around to look after you.
I can't go back after everything that's happened.
Well, what are you going to do then?
I'm going to leave King's Oak.
Where are you going to go?
I'm not sure. I'm not going anywhere for the minute. I have a lot of paperwork to sort out with a lawyer before I go anywhere.
This came for you by registered post to the hotel.
It's the annual dividend report. Good grief.
What?
It's a dividend cheque. It's 60 grand.
£60,000.
Don't think Mum knew it was worth this much.
She obviously didn't know how well the hotel was doing. And now it's yours.
This business doesn't need me.
So you're just going to leave King's Oak and walk away from it all?
What else is there to do? There's no future for me here.
Of course there is. Look, the hotel will only keep giving good returns if it's run properly. And how it's run is your business. This is your future, Sarah Jane, staring you in the face. Crossroads is your future.
Rocky, you shouldn't have. I could have come and collected them.
No, couldn't have you struggling under the weight of this.
Crossroads Salon, hello. Just dump them in the stock cupboard, please, Rocky. Yes? Oh, hello, Mrs. Carter. That's right, we got you down for this afternoon. And your room number, please? That's lovely. See you later, then. Bye.
Don't jam the clients in this afternoon, because we're showing the organisers around later.
We're?
Well, Mrs. Russell told me to warn you.
Thank you, but Tracy's already told me about it. She said I should take the bookings anyway.
Oh, well, a little word of advice then. Mrs. Booth will be wanting to make a good impression, so it would be better not to have too many dodgy perms around the place.
What are you implying?
Oh, not implying anything. It's just that you are new here and you're still a novice.
You want to watch that mouth of yours, Virginia? It'll be more than just your window getting smashed.
Yeah, all put away.
Oh, Rocky, that is kind. Can I repay you by buying you a drink later?
Oh, sorry, Una. Haven't you forgotten Virginia's invited me around?
I hadn't forgotten. But I can't bear to see you being her handyman.
Well, she's worried about her smashed-in window.
Oh, come on, Rocky. What's going to be more fun? DIY for Virginia or a drink with me?
Well, sorry, Una, but I promised. She's relying on me. You know, another time, maybe?
Mayonnaise.
No, thanks.
You're looking for a new wine supplier?
Yeah. It's just incredibly time-consuming. It's time and effort I can't spare at the moment.
So hand it over. Let Mark shop around. He'll give him a challenge, take his mind off Sarah Jane, if nothing else. Those are yours.
You've got to stop this, you know. You need a break.
Why? Am I not coping?
Oh, come on, don't misunderstand me. You're coping. It's just... it's a lot. The murder, the family, the hotel, the family.
I love my family.
Of course you do. But they can look after themselves.
Can they?
Yes, Mum, we can.
See, there you are. You've got nothing to worry about. You just go off to the States for 3 weeks, forget all about us.
Yeah, we better find someone to take with you, Mum, because it's not much fun on your own.
Oh, don't start that again.
I mean it. I'm not going.
Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I should be asking you that. I thought you'd be hard at work at the cafe.
Tom said he didn't need me.
Oh, did he say why?
We can't afford any extra staff, and they've got Chloe anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry, son. Well, that's something, eh? At least he didn't turn you down because of all the trouble. I mean, if he had work, he'd give it to you, wouldn't he?
Probably, but it doesn't really help.
Oh, come on now. We just got to get out there and keep looking. Try the job centre and the papers. Doesn't matter if nothing comes up straight away.
Yeah.
The important thing is that you don't give up on yourself, son. Now, I'll help you do this.
Thanks, Rocky.
Now, I just got to find me tools and dash over to Virginia's. I'm not looking forward to it.
Come off it. You love it.
Hello.
Thought I might find you here.
Yeah, just catching our breaths.
I wanted to know whether the late room's free.
Yeah, it is.
Why?
I suggested to Sarah Jane that she move back to the hotel.
No.
Only until she recuperates.
She's recuperating at her digs.
She's not. I went to see her earlier and she's really not coping very well. The phone never stops ringing and the press are practically pounding down the door. And she's all alone.
Well, the press are pestering us as well.
Yeah, but they can't get past reception here.
Well, if things are that bad, then she should get some professional help. Speak to the police about security or something.
Why, when she can come back to Crossroads?
Because things are only just getting back to normal here. You can do without the upheaval. Now, Sarah Jane's perfectly capable of looking after herself. You only have to look at her past to know that.
This is different.
No, it's not. I bet you any money Sarah Jane's had to deal with a whole lot more than some snoopy journalists in her time. And having her back here wouldn't do us any good.
Oh, come on, Kate, have a heart.
It wouldn't do her any good either. Do you realise how traumatic it would be coming back here?
She'll cope.
And if she doesn't, we'll be back to square one. No, we can't afford to keep dishing up tabloid fodder to the press. We're knee-deep in it already. Bad publicity affects business.
Look, Mum, I've already asked her and she wants to come back. If we treated her and her mum a bit better, maybe none of this would have happened. Maybe Jill would still be alive. Look, we owe her, and I'm going to make sure we pay her back.
I came for the CD, the Manics. You said you'd lend it to me.
Oh, yeah, hold on. There you go, mate.
Cheers, mate. Nice place.
Yeah, it's all right.
Have you seen all this? The old geezer must have been in the army or something.
Yeah, he was in the Falklands. Put that back, man. He's a bit fussy.
What about this photo? Have you seen that beret?
Minty, leave it.
And look at his moustache. Imagine fighting with a dead raccoon on your top lip.
Minty.
Good evening and welcome to Crossroads. I trust you had a good journey.
Hello there.
Hello.
Welcome to Crossroads.
Thank you.
Enjoy the conference and please allow us to make you feel at home.
We'll be using the salon to wash the model's hair and maybe do some colouring. The rest will be done in front of the judges.
Well, we've got everything on standby. Product samples, fresh towels. Oh, and I've lined up a few of the residents who are prepared to model for you if necessary.
Excellent, thank you. Do you have tickets to the dinner after the competition?
No, I haven't.
Well, I've got 2 spare. Bring your husband.
Oh, that's great, thank you.
Thanks, Kate. I really appreciate this.
I thought you banned her.
I did. I don't know what Mark's playing at.
Don't see why you and Nicola can't see each other.
I've told you, I'm not allowed anywhere near the hotel.
Oh, she's allowed out, isn't she? Why don't you just meet up here?
Forget it. Mr. Russell's already thought of that. He's threatened Rocky with his job if he tries to cover for us.
Bummer.
Yeah, well. So, what about you and Chloe?
What about me and Chloe?
You fancy her? Hey, of course you do. I've seen the way you look at her in the cafe.
Yeah, all right, I do.
Is he going to go for it?
I don't know. I don't think I'm her type. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm usually fighting the women off. They see me as some kind of cuddly puff daddy.
Well, I think you two are good together. And you don't know if you don't try.
Enough of this girly talk. We're in the home of a real soldier. We should be talking about man's things. This stuff's great. I reckon we could pull girls with this. Do you think Rocky'd lend it to us?
I think you've got more chance of growing a raccoon on your top lip.
I reckon Rocky was fighting the girls off in them days. Hey, you could hypnotise a girl with this. You will sleep with me. You fancy me. You will roll in the trenches with me.
Rocky...
Sorry, Rocky.
I didn't expect to be laughed at in my own home. I didn't expect that of you, lad. When you take someone in, you give them your trust.
We weren't laughing at you.
Very sorry, Rocky. Cheers for the CD, mate.
This is not what you think.
I know what I saw.
We were just having a laugh.
Well, those are medals of war, and war is no laughing matter. I hope you'll never call to fight for your country. It's not all smart uniforms and shiny medals, you know.
I'm sorry, Rocky. I didn't mean to upset you.
Disrespectful. That's what it is.
No, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful to you.
Those might just look like medals to you, but to me they're memories. I'll keep them out to remind myself how lucky I am to be alive. Look, Phil, this isn't working out, is it? Maybe you should leave.
I thought you said they wanted me back.
They do. We all do.
It was hardly a warm welcome. It was barely civil.
They'll come round. You've got every right to be here. You belong here. This is as much your home as it is ours. Look, don't you think your mum would have wanted you to be here?
I think I just want to be on my own for a bit.
Okay. I'll see you later then.
Lorette de Mar.
The resort that helped launch the Spanish Costas and gave birth to the cheap package holiday in the sun.
Wish You Were Here, tonight at 8.
And then it's the Home Improvement Show to DIY for Carol Vorderman's Better Homes tonight at 8:30.